All right, so welcome back. I believe this is part 5 now of the engine build. Today I have something very, very special, something I have been waiting for a long time. Let me give you a hint of what that is. We are taking these out. I've just been keeping these in here to try and just prevent any kind of crud from getting down in there. And I'm sure you know by now that we obviously purchased an intake manifold. So I'm super, super excited to throw this thing on. And right now we're just gonna clean it up a little bit and we'll show what intake manifold we got. So we have this LS2 intake manifold. This is a factory manifold. This isn't the Dorman one people normally get. And over here, we have this 92 mil throttle body. I got this from the same guy. I think there was some shipping damage because it got a little bent right here, and I tried to fix it. That's what those marks are, and I wasn't really helping. So I'm probably gonna take it to work tomorrow and see if I can get like a cone for the tire machine, for the balance machine, and see if I can just tap it and just try to get that flat. Nothing too bad, but just something I noticed. We are gonna throw it on though, just because we have it, and I wanted to see it all together. But Monday when I go to work, I'm gonna bring that with me to try and fix it. So here's the intake manifold we have. It's super, super clean. Again, factory intake manifold with the factory fuel rail, and I believe these are factory injectors. We might switch these injectors out. Haven't quite decided yet. We probably are, so. But I mean, these are flex fuel injectors. They'll probably actually be just fine, but we're gonna figure that out. We'll probably message him and just ask what kind of injectors we got on here. But yes, this thing is super, super clean. There's a little mark right there that looks like some kind of stain. We got the sensor on there. Ooh, don't want to lose those bolts. Let's go ahead and put the hardware somewhere so we don't lose it. So if you're running an LS2 intake manifold, for the valley cover, you don't want to use the regular bolts, the factory bolts. So look at my valley cover, for an example. The bolts for the valley cover aren't bolts. They're these little like flat hex things, hardware you want to call it. But I mean, they're bolts. But you know, the point is, because when you have regular bolts and a regular valve cover, typically the heads of the bolts will interfere with this. So I just got like a flat valley cover. Like it didn't even come with a gasket. I literally just used gasket maker, which I'm not a huge fan of. But the point is to have a flat surface so you can fit a LS2 intake manifold on here. There are a couple of things I'm worried about. Really not a couple. It's just this right here. I believe this is the steam thing. Anyways, so let's go ahead and put it on. Honestly, it looks very clean. Doesn't look like it needs much cleaning. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this puppy on. Make sure everything clears. But yes, this is probably the best intake manifold for any cathedral port head. Oh, dude, it looks so good. Like it's starting to look more and more like an engine each and every time I work on it. It's getting me very excited. That's perfect. Nothing interfered. So that's good. You know what? The more I'm looking at it, I think this is backwards. The steam port, I think that goes on the other way. So I'm pretty sure. I think it does. I think it's on backwards. Hang on, we're gonna do some research real quick and make sure this is not need to go on the other way, because I'm pretty sure it does. Well, so I actually scratched that. I just remembered I don't have any tools today. Quite literally forgot all my tools. Totally forgot I was doing this. Well, also, I didn't even think this thing was gonna get here until like Monday, but it came like the day after. So it got here literally today on Saturday. So I don't have any tools. I found an Allen key in my toolbox that works to put the throttle body on, but not for the actual bolts for the actual intake. So this is gonna be an interesting episode because yeah, I got no tools. So let's go ahead and get this in. Pretty sure those brass fittings are just kind of to act as. And once you get those in, it shouldn't slide around, so you know it's lined up with all the bolt holes. Dude, this thing looks awesome. and it's factory, which is what I'm super happy about, that I got a factory one and not the Dorman one. I've just heard bad things about the quality of the plastic on the Dorman ones. So I would obviously much prefer a factory intake manifold. So yeah. Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and put the bolts in. So we're just gonna get these hand tight. It's gonna be a short episode today. This isn't gonna be very long. We're just gonna put these bolts in hand tight, and we're gonna put the throttle body on. We do have an Allen key for the throttle body bolts. I don't know if I already said that. I don't know what that is. There's just some gasket sitting there. I don't know where it's from. We got this little tool for Christmas. I wonder, would you look at that? Oh crap, it's gonna interfere with the fuel rail. That's fantastic. Looks like we are going to be able to get these tightened down. That's pretty clutch right there. You know, I was just torquing these down with this goofy little tool I got from Christmas. And I noticed this right here. It says firing order. And I wrote the firing order down on the board when I first bought the engine, and it actually matches. So 187-26543. 187-26543. That's cool. I did not know that was there. Yeah, it's got the firing order on the engine. It's pretty cool. Anyways, back to torquing these down. Alright, so just finished getting all these bolts tightened down. We did go from inside to out and crisscross applesauce, obviously, using this little tool because we don't have any. And now you're going to put on the throttle body. Now, fortunately, I did have an Allen key lying around in my car that fit, so I don't have to use this anymore. That was a bit tedious, but it's better than not having any tools. So now we're going to throw on the throttle body. All right, got our throttle body, and I know we're going to take it right back off to bring it to work, but we're going to slap it on anyways, because I really want to see it on the car. I'm assuming this is mass airflow. I could be wrong. I really have no clue. But that's all I could think of this being, is mass airflow. Because I got a position sensor in my throttle body, but I don't have whatever this is. And if it's that mass airflow, that's cool, because then I could just make an intake tube out of whatever the heck I want. I don't gotta worry about loading up a spot for the mass airflow. But I am gonna fact check myself to make sure that that's actually mass airflow, because I could be very wrong. Throw this throttle body on. All right, well, the intake is on. This thing looks fantastic.